What's going on, guys? Nate from Famous Racing Customs. Doing an update on, this will be update number 2 on the Dave Parker Camaro. So, I've been working a lot on the chassis, and I got it about 90, probably. Actually, the chassis part of it's all done. Basically, what I'm doing here is I have the engine set in to just to hold the driveline in place because I'm gluing it into the rear end. So let's see if I can do this, which I can. So here you go. Let's get some. And as you can see, I've got everything all nicely painted, and you know, with the bare metal foil and the aluminum silver color, you know, everything's coming out looking really good. The exhaust right there is actually glued into place. Was mocking up my exhaust manifolds there, and yeah, they don't like to fit. They're supposed to slide into there, or well, this engine's supposed to be in, and then you put the exhaust on, but the driver's side manifold does not want to doesn't want to clear the floorboard, so I have to go in there and adjust appropriately. For the engine, I tried using some a different intake manifold, and I was going to use like an old school blower, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't want to work. So yeah. So I got my springs in place. So basically, you know, we'll do it like if I owned a shop. So you have the Famous Racing red sway bars. We'll go ahead and say Famous Racing rear end, or rear differential. It's got this metal bar that runs through, and it's kind of cool because it kind of gives it that feel of, you know, real life independent rear suspension, which I'm going to use, you know, for the look. But it's actually, the wheels aren't going to go on there. It sits too high with the wheels on it, so it's just there basically for a look. And then you have the front sway bar, which I've done in red, and then my rack and pinion is done in a combination of red, black, and the silver aluminum. The front and rear end, man, if you guys don't have this Camaro and you're thinking about buying it, be prepared, man. There's a lot that goes into putting that front end and the rear end together. It's not all one piece. It's I think the rear end's like if you don't include the rear differential, it's like 6 pieces, because you have the main subframe, rear subframe for it, and then you have the control arms, and then you have these traction arms right here. So that makes 6. And then you have the sway bar, so 7. So yeah, there's that. And then in the front end, you have the front subframe, the rack and pinion, the the sway bar, which is a pain to put together the way they show it in the instructions. And I must have mocked that front end together before I glued it at least 4 times, trying to come up with a better way, and there's not. I mean, you're better off just going by the instructions. And so, I mean, there's a couple things I did do differently. I went ahead, because it has you put the engine into the chassis first, which with those exhaust manifolds is almost impossible to do. Um, so what I did was, I left the engine out. I went ahead and glued in the differential, and as you saw, I got the engine in just set in there for the drive line. I think I'm going to go ahead and glue it in place once the drive line is dry, and then I'm going to slip the exhaust manifolds down in afterwards, just because I think that's going to be easier. So, and to continue on, I went ahead and glued the rotors into the wheels, which I painted a red and flat black, and then I picked out the lug nuts. But I have to put another coat of red over the spokes, but they came out looking pretty badass, I think. So yeah, the body, as you see, is in the white primer. I went ahead and went through and been kind of cleaning out all these edges, and with the roughness of the roof and where the paint ate into the styrene, basically it's gonna probably have like 5 or 6 coats of this primer on it. That's why I'm going through and cleaning out all these lines here, because they get clogged pretty easily. So you lose some definition that way. The hood has been wet sanded and inspected, and I have a little bit of work right here, but other than that, everything is really smooth, even though it doesn't look that way. It is. This stuff, this putty that I'm using, though, I mean, it just soaks. I mean, it just soaks up every last bit of color. So that's going to get at least 1 or 2 more coats of primer. I haven't done the bottom yet, so because I need to clean a lot of this out. But so it's getting there. So next on the list is finish painting, detailing this up, because it has the Camaro on either side and a V8 right there, which I'm gonna pick out in silver, and it won't be glued into place. That way it can show the detail like I did here with the injector rails and the intake. Also with the rocker covers, which are red. The heads are aluminum color and the block's red, and then everything that's up front. So man, it's fun. It's just tough. So this is probably the most work I've really most detailed painting I've done in a long time. So yeah, everything's gonna come out perfect though. So until next time, boys and girls, boys. This is Nate, Fairs Racing Customs, signing off.